Anyways, so I guess from here we can go on to topic 3, and then Nate
No,
Andrew.
Andrew.
Hand the reins back over to Andrew.
Yep. Okay. All right, this is Kasper with the mini album Time Is Up. So, for those of you that might not know who Kasper is, we found her, I don't know, like probably about a year ago.
It was January or February.
Yeah, so like a
year and a half ago.
Yeah, the first time we did like releases is when we heard her single "Lean on Me," her Lean. At that time, she was under DSP. I believe she left DSP and is under a different, under a different label, which is why we hadn't heard music from her for a while. I believe that's why.
Yeah, well, I think it was her indie like label that I think she still like kind of was under them while with DSP.
Okay,
because she like still did like concerts with them and stuff. I think. I'm not 100% sure, but. Yeah, so I think she's left DSP since and is only under them.
Yeah.
And just kind of like self-producing her own stuff.
Yeah. All right, the intro track, or the first track, is the Tomorrow song. So, this was actually one of my favorites, honestly, again, with like another one that would fall into the category of intro track that deserves to be a full song, because one of the reasons why we loved Kasper at first with Lean is because she has a really good balance of rapping and singing. Just the effortlessness between the transition between those two it's very rare, because usually it's normally a situation where you'd have a rapper bring on either like some type of vocalist to do the hook for, whereas she's almost capable of doing that on her own. So I enjoyed this a lot.
Yeah.
Jacob.
Oh, okay.
You're just always after Andrew.
Yeah. Anyways, I thought the intro of the Tomorrow song, I thought it turned out pretty well, though. Again, like, I kind of just wish it was a full song. Like, it feels like it's just a song that's really short.
Yeah. It's a minute 46.
It's got, like, the rap and the vocals and stuff like that. This is actually probably my favorite on the album, in my opinion, actually. I like this a lot. I really wish it was a full song.
I might. This might be my favorite, too, honestly. Either this or, like, a later song, which I'll get to, but...
Yeah. I'll pretty much mirror what you guys said. I really like the chill style, like lounge instrumentals, which she pretty much used for all the songs. It's just her style. I thought this was a great mix of her singing and rapping.
The next track is the lead single called Clouds. So I guess just as sort of a recurring theme for this album, she kind of wears her influences on her sleeve. So in this instance, I'd say her influence would definitely be someone like Hayes. Another person who's very good at making that transition from singing into rapping. Again, just like I'd say, what really sells it for me on this song is just I'm a sucker for anything like really like R&B style piano instrumentals. Just really, I'd say her vocals go very well with that. My only complaint, and it's kind of a recurring complaint, it would be, I'd say her vocals kind of need work because they were a bit flat in some areas during the chorus, or just a bit like maybe too soft or monotone. But other than that, it didn't it didn't ruin my enjoyment of the song entirely. Jacob.
Oh, okay. I'm completely out of it, I guess. Whatever. So for Clouds, this one was like it's weird. It was a little too like calm, I guess, in my opinion.
I can see that.
It was, like I like the laid back nature of it, but it is a little too almost like whisper in your ear, like, I guess. I think
ASMR.
I think it was a little more upbeat, but not upbeat, like that kind of thing. I guess I would have liked it more. But that being said, I think it did turn out pretty well, and I thought it was good.
Nate?
Yeah, for me, I like you said, Andrew. Like, I think the piano part for this song is probably the best on the album. I agree that her voice, like, she does need to focus on her voice more, or singing, but her style, like, her voice fits this style so well, like the way she sings, I guess. And I liked that the rapping, like, didn't I felt like if it could have gone on too long and like kind of ruined the song, but it didn't. Like it was like the perfect length.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
Because it's more a vocal song with a rap verse, as opposed to like more of the balance, or like goes back and forth.
Yeah, but it was still there, and I think it needed to be there.
Yeah, it needed to be there.
But yeah, it went on like the perfect length. And for the music video, it's pretty basic, but it was like really artsy in like a good way. I liked it, even though it wasn't like, obviously she's not gonna have like the budget to have a real like crazy music video.
It seems like she's doing a lot of this on her own, or just like with like an indie company.
Self-produced.
So yeah. It's understandable, definitely, with the sort of like financial situation and everything.
Yep.
Next is Look at the Time featuring Jae-hee. I don't know who this feature is, but he has an excellent
I think
voice.
all the features are more just like unknown people that are his company or her friends and stuff.
I'd say the influence on this track would be more of Zion T, definitely, because the instrumental...
Yeah. For sure.
The style that Zion T like really excels at is he has a really like much like Kasper. He has a very just like legato nature of singing. It's very smooth and elegant, and in the background are just like really like short like keys like da, 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 da. It's a good balance between those two. So it's another song I enjoyed. Again, the reason why I bring up her like voice is that it's just kind of hard because when she brings on the features, and in this case Jae-hee, like his voice is just incredible. You kind of end up just comparing like the quality of it, so that she kind of gets overshadowed in terms of vocal performance by the feature. But I mean, other than that, I think it's just it's another song I enjoyed a lot mostly because I like both Hayes and Zion T. So I do enjoy the influences she's pulling from, and I believe she pulls it off well enough, definitely.
Yeah. I like the laid back nature of this song a lot more than the last one, actually. I think this one turned out it just felt a little more natural to me.
Okay.
And I think the feature definitely was right at home on this.
Yeah.
He definitely sounds like something. I was making sure it was a guy.
Yeah,
because he's got a high voice. Yeah, so yeah, the guy featuring on it, he sounds like something that'd be on maybe like an Epic High feature, which I definitely like.
Okay.
So that could be why I liked it a lot. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I thought this had another fantastic piano part, and I like the feature. I think his singing could be a little bit better, but his rapping fit the song really well. So it like kind of made up for it. Yeah, you could tell that he's more of a rapper than a singer.
Yeah.
But I still think, I thought it was decent.
Next, we have Playlist. This probably would be the closest in terms of musical style to Lean. Like, it's got the
100%.
Yeah, which I guess just sort of I kind of wish she leaned into more. Honestly, it's interesting that she sort of went away from that and went with Clouds. I mean, I think it's fine going with Clouds, but I kind of wish we got more of like the R&B trap sort of influences in her music, because I think that's what I really fell in love with her in the first place. And also it just sort of gives her the free reign to... I'd say this is the reason why I like the song the most, is because unlike the other songs where she had to sort of, her rapping level had to match like the softness of the instrumentals, whereas this, we have trap beats going on in the background. I love the intensity of her rapping voice in here, and it's something that I was sort of missing, I guess, from the other songs, and that's why it like I feel like Playlist is just like on another level when it comes to this. And just like great chorus, and again, I kind of wish I'd like for her to sort of bring this intensity into other songs as well. Jacob?
So yeah, I thought this turned out really well as well. Just like the singing, and then boom, when it goes right into the rapping, like it's fantastic. I think this is definitely like among like in quality, I guess, for me, is like similar to like her diss track that she did. Like that's pinnacle Kasper for me.
Yeah.
Honestly, I want more diss tracks from her because that was hilarious. But like her like you were saying, her vocal intensity and like almost angriness, it sounded really great. So yeah, I like the song a lot.
Yep. I'll pretty much mirror what Andrew said, but yeah, the song is very, very similar to Lean on Me. That switch between the singing and rapping is great. Her rap is definitely the best on this song.
Yeah, on this entire album. Honestly.
I really like. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. On this song's rap is the best on the album. I really like the super deep synth ending too.
Mm-hmm.
That like really just like I don't want to say surprised. It stood out to me. So yeah, this is easily my favorite song on the album.
And finally, we end off with "Hate You" featuring Asol, who I'm not familiar with, and oh man, whew, I went through a like emotional trip through this song because wow, it's not good. I don't know if she writes her songs in English first and maybe translates it, or just vice versa. But wow, like her chorus part, or like the like just like it's so like the flow is completely off for me, and I feel like this sort of exacerbates this kind of one note nature of her vocals, just like. And also, it kind of leaks a bit into her rapping a bit. Just like the flow of her rap in this was just kind of like very like like very almost kind of like bored in a way. And I guess that's why I didn't like it. And again, it's just another sort of situation where when you're comparing when you're like paired with a feature that has a really good rap verse, it kind of like you kind of get overshadowed. So that'd probably be this is probably the only song I have a major complaint with, just because I don't know, in terms of like production and in terms of like vocal performance, it'd probably be the weakest. But it's understandable considering she's doing a lot of this on her own. I guess I don't know. I have no idea if Kasper ever listened to this, but I'd say probably the two things she'd want to work on probably would be adding a bit more of dynamics to her vocal range, because there's only like specific song styles where you can kind of do like a one note, or just like kind of keep in the same range. I'd like to see more of like, again, not just necessarily in terms of like notes, but actual like dynamic where her voice like goes between soft and loud, the way she like kind of like the way she does with her rapping. So like her rapping I think is fine for the most part. Just this song was an aberration. So yeah, just definitely I feel like she sort of still has a ways to go in terms of bringing her singing skill up to par with her rapping skills. So Jacob?
Yeah, I think this song was good. I liked it, but like my only problem is it kind of like a lot of the songs do this, but like they kind of just blend together a little too much, I guess.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's my main problem with this song. So yeah, again, like I pretty much have the same thoughts that I said somewhere in other songs. Like the vocals good, but I think it might be a little too laid back. Like I was getting a little like Andrew was saying, a little bored, I guess, while I was listening to it by the end of this. But like if I listen to each song isolated, I think they're fine and I like them. I think it's just that they're a little too similar, basically.
Yep. Yeah, I pretty much agree. My notes were another of the same style song because I was running out of ways to describe and talk about this type of like the music on the album, and I love it. Like I when I heard "Lean on Me" and fell in love with it, I wanted more, and I literally got basically 5 more songs that are very similar to it. I mean, with not exactly the same. Playlist is very much "Lean on Me" too.
Yeah.
But this. I didn't hate this song. I did like it, but I do agree that Asol was really good and kind of overshadowed her a little bit.
I'm kind of interested in who Asol is now because her rapping is really good.
So yeah, this one probably stood out the least to me, but I didn't hate it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not, again, if you're ever listening to this, I'm not trying to hate on the album. It's just I definitely see some room for improvement when it comes to just vocals and production just in general, I guess.
I think what would serve her better is like she still had these songs, but like add like 5 more and make it a full album just with like different variety and style and stuff like that. I think it would have been a little more maybe cohesive that way.
Yeah, maybe it's just sort of like, I guess the way it's
give these songs
organized.
some room to breathe.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, definitely. Just sort of mix it up again, and probably don't be afraid to reach out to just I don't know. I really don't know like the production credits, but definitely just like reach out to different people in terms of like giving a production style or I guess giving a just sort of like a outside view on this, so it's not too similar. But I mean, yeah. I'd say overall I'm still pretty happy with it. I'm just happy to get more Kasper,
Yeah.
honestly, because I thought she was gone.
Yeah.
I thought she was
Yeah,
just gonna be a
same.
YouTuber for the rest of her life. So,
Yep. Same.
Yeah.
oh yeah, this was definitely.
When I found out we were
enjoyable.
getting an album, I was ecstatic.
Hype.
All right. So going into scores, I would give it a 5 out of 6 for music because as much I'd say I'm a bit more lenient on this because this is again like the solo effort and like the amount of work. So I still see room for improvement. So I'm going to be kind of lenient right now. Concept 2 out of 3. Again, nothing really blew me away in terms of music video, but. Again, that'd be understandable. Obviously, a bias point because I love Kasper, so it total out to an 8 out of 10. Jacob?
Yep. I had the same exact rating. 5 out of 6 for music. I liked all the songs, but none of them like really blew me away. But I enjoyed all of them, and also just the fact that they kind of blend together a little too much. Like I said, I think if this album had a few more songs that were a different style to give each of the individual songs more room to breathe, I think it would definitely benefit this a lot. 2 out of 3 for concept, just because it gets the job done and it's good, but I think it's kind of basic for a 3 out of 3. So I give it 2 out of 3 for concept, and 1 out of 1 for bias point because I really like Kasper, and please give me more diss tracks.
Yes,
like
please.
roasting people.
Please, you can write a diss track about us, like not liking your
Yes,
album all that
just
much. I just want to
straight
hear
up
more
just-
diss tracks.
Just do it.
You both gave it 8 out of 10. It's not liking
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Just give us a diss track because you expected a 10 out of 10. It's fine. We
Like
get
a
it.
Drake
We-
level
we-
diss track.
We'll accept it. We'll accept it.
So I gave it the exact same score as you guys, 5-2-1, for pretty much the exact same reasons. So I won't talk too much about why. I do want to say I forgot, because it came out a little bit after I made the slideshow, but Playlist does have a music video.
Ooh, okay. I should
It
look
came
at
out
that.
a couple days ago.
Oh.
So it's not marked in the slideshow if you watch on the YouTube video.
Okay.
There's no
I'll look into
screenshot
that.
for it, but yeah, I forgot to add it to the slideshow. But there was a music video released a couple of days ago.
All right. So yeah, I mean, 8 out of 10 is a pretty respectable
yeah, 8
score
out of
for
10 overall.
Kasper. So
Yeah.
if you're watching, we love you. Continue doing what you're doing. We
And
want
please
we
more
want-
diss tracks.
Yeah, please more diss tracks because that was amazing.
I can't stop my male eyes.
Jacob wants women's fashion to regress to the 1700s, where
No,
We're seeing
that's
ankle
too
is
far.
like
yeah,
that's
ankle
the
is
thing.
like
I took
just
a
that's too
risque.
far.
yeah,
That's too far.
I took fashion history where you basically women would just wear like super long ass dresses where you're in like long socks because